Okay, so you've been delegating. People have told you got to hand some things off, and so you've started. You've handed some things off. You've given up some responsibilities. You've built a team. You've given them things to do. You're like, I'm delegating. I'm delegating. So why don't you feel better? Why don't you feel lighter? Why don't you feel like it's working? I'm Caleb Anderson, founder of the Leader Club, and here's what I hear all the time. The owner delegates something, the person takes it on, it gets done, and for a day, maybe a week, the owner feels a little bit better about things. Maybe this will work. And then it comes back. A different version of the same problem, or maybe the decision that's new in that area, or the follow-up that didn't happen the right way, and the owner's right back in the middle of it. Just jumps on it, seizes on it, sees something they don't like and takes it right back. Reverse delegation. This isn't a delegation problem. It's what you're delegating and what you're not delegating that's the real problem. There's a difference between delegating a task and delegating leadership or authority, responsibility to make the thing happen. Most people don't get this, especially not at first. Task delegation sounds like this. Can you handle the vendor calls this week? Take this project off my plate. You own the hiring process from here. That's task delegation. That feels like progress, and it is progress, but here's what it doesn't do. It doesn't transfer the thinking. It doesn't transfer the judgment. It doesn't transfer the why and the responsibility and enable the person to really handle issues and problems as they come up without constantly coming back to you. Leadership delegation sounds different. It sounds like this. Here's the outcome. Here's the authority to achieve it. Here's how we define success. Now you make the calls. You build the team around it. You bring the results. Don't bring me updates. We got a scorecard for that. I'll see it. Task delegation creates doers. Leadership delegation builds leaders. And you cannot build a business that runs without you on doers alone. Here's how you know which one you have been doing. When you delegate something, do your people come back for approval before making the related decisions? Or do they come back with results and what they've learned? Difference. If they're asking for permission before every move, before every decision, you have delegated a task. The thinking still lives with you. If they're bringing back outcomes, you've delegated leadership. Real quick, before we keep going, I put together a free masterclass that takes this concept a little bit deeper. It's for owners, for key leaders who are dealing with this, who need to build leaders in their organization and not just delegate tasks. The link is in the description, and you can take a deep dive after you finish this video, but don't close the tab. Watch that and take this concept further. But let's keep going here for now. Just think for a second about how military units are built. Two types of commanders, two types of people in charge. The first type runs everything from the top. Every order comes down from headquarters. Soldiers execute what they're told. They do what they're told. They're disciplined. They're effective, but only when the commander is there giving direction. The moment that boss, that commander, is out of communication, the unit stalls, they wait, or they guess, they get it wrong. They don't know how to think for themselves. Then there's the second type of commander. They do something different. They build officers, people who can lead their own units, make decisions in the field, adapt to what's in front of them without waiting for orders from the top all the time, every little nuance. This commander's unit, this commander's army doesn't stall out when he's out of reach. It keeps moving because the leadership capacity is distributed throughout the organization, not concentrated at the top, as some of us have grown accustomed to, because it's just easier, because all the knowledge lives up here, because I don't have time to delegate. The difference isn't discipline. Both armies have discipline. The difference is where the thinking lives. In the first army, the thinking lives at the top only. Every unit waits for it to come down. In the second group, the thinking is built into the leaders. At every level, they're being trained how to think, how to evaluate, the why, how we make decisions based on what we know. Your business is one of those two. And the way to know which one is to go back to the question from earlier. When you're unavailable, do things stall? Or do they keep moving? Do they keep advancing? Do they keep going forward? You can give orders or you can build officers. One scales, one does not. One gets you out of the weeds, one does not. One leads to results, one leads to burnout. So, what does leadership delegation actually look like? Here's 3 shifts to consider, 3 specific things that need to change. Number 1, tasks to outcomes. From tasks to outcomes. Stop delegating what to do, start delegating what success looks like. Handle the vendor relationship, that's a task. Own our vendor costs, reduce them by 15% this quarter within these parameters. That is an outcome with authority attached to go execute. Tasks require compliance. Do what I say, do it the way I want you to do it. Outcome requires judgment, decision making. Leaders are being built and by being asked to use judgment, learning how you think, what you care about. Shift 2, from instruction to authority. Here is the most undermining thing that an owner does after delegating. It's staying in the loop on every sub-decision, asking for updates before they're due, second guessing the call in the moment. And if you hand someone authority and then hover over their every choice, it undermines. You've faked it. They don't feel like you were sincere. You've handed them a title with a very short leash and they know it. They feel it and they do not feel trusted by you. Real authority sounds like this. You'll hear from me if there's a problem. Otherwise, run with it. Third thing we shift, from explaining to equipping. There's a difference between explaining what you need done and equipping someone to lead the space, to lead the thing, to get it done. Explaining is this. Here's what I need you to do this time. Equipping is, here's how I need you to think about this area. Here's the standard that I hold. And here are the decisions that need to be made and how I like to process those kinds of decisions. Explaining produces a good outcome once. Equipping produces a leader who can produce good outcomes for you without you over and over and over again. That's how you build officers instead of just soldiers, leaders instead of doers, not by giving better orders, but by developing people who don't need your orders to lead. Here's what I want you to walk away with. I hope it's helpful. You're probably not bad at delegating. You've just been doing it for years and doing it a little bit wrong. Maybe what you've been doing is just giving tasks away, and you're not alone in this. But it's time to start delegating leadership and authority. The task got handed out, the thinking didn't, the authority didn't. The space to grow and to try and to fail didn't get handed out. So your team became very good at just doing what you say and never became great at leading. You can delegate a task. You cannot delegate a leader. You have to build one, develop one. And that building, that's the work. That's the work. And that's what I can help you with. That link below in the for the masterclass, it walks you through the full framework that I use to develop leaders, help them to step up and go to the next level. And if you want to work with us directly, there's another link in there to book a free strategy call. We'd love to talk to you. We would love to share what the Leader Club is about and how we can help you build and equip leaders. If this hit home, share it with somebody else who needs it. You probably know another owner who's been delegating the tasks and getting nowhere. This might be why. I'll see you in the next video.